What a- what can I even say? I mean, what can I even say? I mean, to have such an embarrassment for a football team, for a defense, honestly, is just I don't even know. I don't even know how to even describe this. I mean, it's this team is so it's a laughing stock. The Houston Texans were up 36-29 on the Titans. Uh, they should have probably been up 37-29 on the Titans, but Kaimi Fairbairn continues his streak of not coming through in clutch situations because he's a scrub and because he's a terrible kicker. Yeah, he can make a few field goals from 20 yards, but yeah, he can't make an extra point. And the Texans let the Titans tie it up with under 2 minutes to play. I mean, just a a travesty of defense once again. And it's not surprising because we all know the Texans defense is an embarrassment. It has got to be the worst in football. But when you have Deshaun Watson and the offense going off in the second half like that, you're just not going to try. You're just going to let the Titans and Ryan Tannehill, who got let go by the Dolphins, you're going to let him and the Titans destroy you in the final minutes and then in overtime get the easiest game-winning drive I've ever seen in my entire life. That was the easiest drive I've ever seen in an overtime game. So the Texans lose this 42-36 to the Titans. They're now 1-5. The Titans are 5-0. All right. I don't really even want to have a reaction anymore. I'm so over this football team. I mean, the Texans, it's the same story every year. It's the same story. The Texans come out, yeah, they'll lose their first three, then they'll start winning a few games, and they just start choking, and then they go to the playoffs at like 9-7, and then they lose in the first round or the second round. It's the same story, or else they go 4-12 or something like that. I don't, I don't even care. I don't care anymore, and I'm so over this football team. We have so much talent, so much unused talent on this team that just goes to waste. Deshaun Watson's talent is outplays this team. I mean, our offense is got to be top notch, and the fact that our defense is just allowing 30 points a game every single game, or yeah, maybe 2 points below 30. It's I don't even want to care. Honestly, I don't even want to care about football anymore. I'm I'm done. I'm done with the Texans. This is I should have probably been done with the Texans a long time ago, but this has just lifted me over the it's lifted me over the edge. So I'm finished with the Texans. Officially finished with the Texans. And I know a lot of y'all are gonna be telling me, keep your head up. They're just in a struggle right now. No, they're not in a struggle right now. They're being the Texans. There's no struggle with the Texans. The defense doesn't struggle. It plays like this every single year. When was the last time we had a good defense? When was the last time we had a defense that didn't give up, almost 30 points every game? When was the last time we had a defense that would stop a team on third down? When was the last time we had a defense that wouldn't be filled by middle schoolers? Because that's what this defense is. That's what it is. There's J.J. Watt, there's Bradley Roby, and then there's just these mindless zombies, mindless morons. I mean, it's it is so funny to see how bad a Texans defense is. And they're telling me that the Titans have the worst defense when it comes to third downs. I couldn't believe it. Because the Texans they're such an embarrassment of a football team. And the Titans are overrated. Titans are so overrated. Ryan Tannehill is not a good quarterback. I don't care if he's getting these big games. He's got assets on offense. Derrick Henry, probably one of, if not the best running back in football. He's got Jonnu Smith. He's got these tight ends that go for maybe 100 yards a game. He's got assets. That doesn't make him a good quarterback. Deshaun is working with what he has. I mean, Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb are assets, but Deshaun has to work because our O-line is terrible and we always start out slow on offense. So Deshaun actually has to work more than Tannehill does. Tannehill doesn't have to work at all because he's going at one of the worst defenses in football every drive, and he's getting these easy touchdowns in like 1 minute, 2 minutes tops. Who can I blame for this game? Romeo Crennel. I mean, just terrible coaching, you know. He called a timeout when the Titans were about to spike the ball. Not really sure what that was about. The Titans were about to burn it down, and you call a timeout. Just careless coaching by Romeo Crennel today. He's going to be gone after the season. I'm happy. Romeo Crennel is just as bad as Bill O'Brien. Well, okay, I'm not going to go that far. Romeo Crennel is the level right under Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien's on the top list of idiots, morons, and mindless coaches. And Romeo Crennel is on the, I'm right under you, so I'm going to just inherit that. You're almost there, Romeo. Keep going. But yeah, he'll be gone after this year. I'm happy that the Texans will probably finally get a real coach. Because let's be honest here, Bill O'Brien isn't a coach. He was the organization of the Houston Texans. And that's why the Texans were so bad. And Romeo Crennel's just mindless. His defensive strategies are terrible. His play calling is probably just as bad as Bill O'Brien's. And that's where we are right now. Who else can I blame? Kaimi Fairbairn. You are making these field goals look so easy. And then when the Texans need you the most, when they really need that momentum boost that will put them up just enough to win this game, you miss it. You botch it. And then we have to go for 2 when we score our next touchdown, and we don't get it. Now, personally, I know a lot of people were saying I didn't like the go for 2 move, but the reason I was saying go for 2 was so that the Texans would get up by 9. And I said, okay, if the Texans get it here, they're going to win. What happened? Romeo calls a terrible play, and Deshaun's pass gets tipped or whatever. Had Cooks, whoever it was, wide open in the end zone. Just misses him. Texans turn it over. Titans go back to score a touchdown. We head to overtime. Titans win a toss and get an easy game-winning drive. I mean, it's the same story every game. I'm not surprised about this loss. It's always the same guys to blame. It's always the defense. It's always the special teams does something stupid like Kaimi Fairbairn. I can't ever blame the offense because the offense is what has this team going. I mean, we put up a good fight against the Titans today. I thought we were going to get destroyed, and we did get destroyed defensively. I mean, it was just insane how easy it looked for the Titans and Derrick Henry today. I want the Texans to be bad this year so that they can get, some picks. But guess what? They don't have picks. They traded them away for garbage. They traded them away for what? David Johnson. Traded it away for what? What? What did you trade your picks for? Garbage. So now the Texans have to win because if they're terrible, they're not going to get a top pick. That's why they have to be good this year. I know they're a train wreck. They're an absolute train wreck. So with that, I am officially careless when it comes to the Texans now. I don't care anymore. I was caring about this game because I was like, if the Texans come out and they win this game, that's pretty good. But the fact that they were it's always, we're right there, we're about to win, and then we just blow it. We just become these mindless. No, without a brain cell, human beings, to make these awful play calls, and just our defenses. So they're just, ugh. It makes me nauseous. It makes me physically ill to watch the Texans defense do what they do. It makes me physically ill because they're that bad. So officially, and like I said, I should have been done with the Texans a while ago, but officially now, I'm done. I mean, you look at, they traded DeAndre Hopkins in the offseason. So far, let's see what's going on for the Cardinals. They're 3-2, already better than they were last season. And they'll probably beat the Cowboys tonight or tomorrow. I'm just so over this team. It's time and time again. I've actually can't to think I cared about this team. To think I cared about their playoff runs. Why wasn't I wasn't thinking? Because this team is so predictable. They're so I mean, they're an embarrassment. They're an embarrassment of a football team. I don't know what to say anymore. Because this is out of control. How much of a travesty this team is. And with how much talent they have on offense at least, and maybe the tiniest bit on defense. Yeah, that's only in J.J. Watt. Yeah. With all that talent, we're 1-5. Because our defense likes to run around and give receivers and Tannehill 80 minutes of time to throw and 30 feet of space. Oh, COVID. Oh, no! And the defense acts like they make these big plays. Like, they'll maybe stuff. Oh, the kick return got stuffed inside the 10. Well, then guess what? Derrick Henry goes for a 95-yard touchdown run. That's how bad this defense is. They make one big play and they're like, oh, yeah, we're the big shots now. And then And then very next play, they give up a huge, huge gain to the Titans or to whomever they play. It's insane. So no, I'm done with the Texans now. Yeah, maybe I'll keep watching. I'll keep watching the Texans games this season, but I'm not going to get any enjoyment out of it, even if they win. I thought I'd get enjoyment if they won today, but the Texans just time and time again choke. They waste Deshaun Watson's talent, and we're playing the Green Bay Packers next week. So let's see how that goes. Can't wait for the Texans to get absolutely crushed. So we'll see how that goes. That's gonna do it for the stream. Once again, the Texans choke late to the Titans to lose 42-36. They are 1-5. Titans are now 5-0 when they shouldn't be. They should be 4-1. Once again, I'm done with the Texans. I'll keep watching, but I'm just not going to care anymore. So, once again, that's going to do it for the stream. If you did like it, please subscribe and comment down below your thoughts on the Texans-Titans game. Are you guys as just careless as I am at this point, or do you still have hope for the Texans? Because if you do, I'm going to hand it to you. That's a hard thing to have hope for a team this bad, but I'll hand it to you. That's impressive that you guys are keeping hope in this team. If you are, I'm not going to be surprised if y'all aren't. And quite honestly, I'd probably prefer if y'all didn't, because it's just there's no enjoyment that comes from this team. Not one little shred of enjoyment. So we'll see how the season goes. We're going to get pummeled by the Packers next week. That's a bye week, which is probably the most exciting time for Texans fans because they don't have to watch the Texans embarrass themselves for about 2 weeks, and then they'll just start embarrassing themselves again. But, if y'all want to keep the hope in the Texans, that's y'all's decision. I'm done with this team. But if y'all are, I'm impressed. Once again, that's a very tough thing to do. It's a very tough thing to keep up. All right, that's going to do it for the stream. Like, subscribe, comment. I will see you later, Texans fans, Houston fans, everybody. Go Texans. Bye, guys.